keys.
Yeah.
They're level here, but watch when I press them all down. Now the sharps are sitting lower.
Yeah.
And that would translate directly to the hammers on the simplified action. But see, what I added was a capstan adjustment there.
Uh-huh.
So now I can,
On every key.
every
And see,
one.
what used to adjust that key depth was little pieces of paper
Yeah,
underneath.
we
the-
still do that for
Oh,
the
you
key
do?
height.
Okay,
Yeah, we
right.
still do that for the key height. But now we could actually use the lower capstan to adjust hammer height at rest. And we can use the upper capstan to adjust hammer height at stop
Oh,
lock.
look at that, and those dampers are dead on.
Yeah.
I had to go back in the day when they were individual. They weren't on a rack, right? They were individual.
Yep.
I had to take every one of them off and reverse tension, put tension
Oh
back in.
wow, we used to do the reverse
Yep,
tension.
yep. We used to do that too.
And sometimes the strap would get stretched.
Yeah.
So I had to put a damn new strap on.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
you have to try and fit that little thing through the hammer. Put a piece of glue on there, make sure it was good, and so when you depress it, it was perfect.
Yeah.
That was the hardest thing, getting these dampers to set just right. Because
Yeah.
you'd get the dirt sound out of the note, it would like double hit, it would,
Yeah, the
it
choke
would
note.
sustain, it was such a nightmare.
Right. It still is.
It's still-
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
This is just amazing.
we still do the individual dampers.
I see that.
Yeah, we favored that.
See, my dad, this was in the interest of economics, of course, timing, right?
Right.
So they produced these 12, I think it was 12 or 15
Yep.
on a piece.
Yep. That's the cheap way to go. There's no adjustability.
There is no adjustability.
Right,
It was such a
exactly.
nightmare.
Yeah, the combs, yeah. Yeah, because then if your hammers are wherever they are, you can't, move
Right.
them a little bit. And,
Exactly.
with manufacturing tolerances and all
Yeah.
that, and wood being involved,
Right.
it's nice to have a little adjustment.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. This is so awesome.
Thank you.
The key bed was the part that my dad had so much trouble with. Was trying to get the key bed so that everything would sit right all the hammers would sit on the key bed properly,
Yeah.
and the adjustment. The striking point of the harp changed a little bit over time. So you had to kind of take the harp, take the two screws out of it, and adjust that harp so that the timbre of the note was proper.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're out of adjustment. So,
Oh yeah.
man, it was like, wow.
Well, let us show you some more.
If my dad was still alive, he would be absolutely blown away and amazed at what you guys have done here.
Oh, that's
He
amazing.
was so concerned about sustaining the longevity of his piano. And there's thousands of them out there.
Oh, yeah.
And they all need work.
Yep. Yep.
And we actually even tried to recover some of the parts that were left over at CBS.
Okay.
But who got them? Joe Jr. He got them all. And my brother and I were trying to get some of those back because we were wanting to. We were going back to get the trademark. We wanted to pull the trademark back from Roland.
Right.
Yeah.
My dad got the trademark back, but the Joe Brandstetter jumped in there and sued us. My brother and I, we couldn't beat it. He would be so impressed with what
Yeah,
you
he
guys
really
have
would.
done here. I mean, you have taken the struggles that he had working with Horst Absman
Right.
in the R&D lab, trying to get the taper on the Torrington Tine proper so that it would make the right sound. That
Yeah.
taper it's like
Yeah.
they had a gold mine when Torrington was making their tines, and then they stopped making them.
Yeah, we know.
We do, yeah. We still.
But it's that taper that when it's jammed into the tone bar
Mhm.
and connected or jammed into the tone generator, connected to the tone bar.
Yeah.
That's what makes the tuning fork, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
that sound
Yeah.
is what is so bright and beautiful on that piano.
Well, we're using Torrington machines and some of the same vendors
Yeah.
from back in the.
And we
It's
can't take our eyes
amazing.
off of that taper. You gotta keep your eye on the taper.
Absolutely. Am I right? I mean, it was so important.
Yeah.
And the long bass tines were such a pain in the butt to get tuned proper.
Yep.
And
yep.
I, you know, when I was tuning
They
them,
go,
I'd stretch them in
mm.
the stretch them in the top end flat, sharp.
Yeah.
And I stretch them in the base end flat.
Base, yeah.
Right, so you get a nice sound, proper sound.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
used my dad's old. He had like a chart, and this chart told you how many steps, you know, where you had to set the A440 as you're moving up the harp.
The stretch
Yeah,
chart.
stretching
Yeah,
of-
yeah.
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 I can't even remember if I could do it now.
Yeah. Well, we don't use that. That's. I don't think it's actually necessary for the Rhodes.
You
Some
don't?
people do it, but
Some people do it. Really, what the stretch tuning schedule was designed for was for acoustic pianos. The overtones in
Yes.
the acoustic piano strings, especially in the bass, will make your ear think that it's
Yep.
sharp when it's actually not.
Absolutely.
So you're compensating for the
Right.
for those overtones.
Right.
But from what I understand, I could be wrong, is that each model piano has its own stretch tuning schedule too, to compensate for those overtones unique to that piano.
I wonder if
didn't
in
know
that book he's got those notes.
I don't know. I don't know if
I'd have to,
Mm.
I'll bring it up and,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but I'll bring it up, you guys could look through it.
Well, I know
Definitely.
Prince wanted me to.
That'd be
stretch
great.
it.
Great.
Prince wanted me to
Prince
stretch
wanted it
his
stretched, yeah.
piano. We built two of them.
Yeah.
We
There were
did
two
one for the Memorial Auditorium concert.
in
And that
Sacramento.
was just a suitcase model. And he called me in and he wanted me to do some fine tuning on it. So I did. And he kept everybody at like arm's length.
was this the clear plastic one you
No,
built for him?
this is the one that was a suitcase model Rhodes that
Okay.
Harold and I built for him. I mean, we just basically took an older one and we just kind of fixed it up for him.
Yeah.
And then after he played that, he sent an order in. This is probably 2 or 3 months later. Called my brother and said, "I want a plexiglass Rhodes if you can do it." And of course he said, "Yeah, we only charge $15 grand for that." $15,000, and I had trouble getting the money.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's typical.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness sakes! It was
No,
like,
it was
are you
crazy.
kidding me?
Yeah.
I worked on that thing in our garage down in Southland Park, Sacramento area. For 2 weeks, I was working
Yep.
on that thing. I had to drill holes in the plexiglass so the sound of the speakers would.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crazy.
And every hole you would drill into the glass would have to be straight too.
absolutely. And you had to do that that certain pattern that was important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kept drilling more and more and more holes, trying to get the right sound out of it. It's like, oh man.
Well, I hope you finally got paid.
We did.
Good.
We did. But it was way under the
Yeah.
cost of what it should have been.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah.
I know that
Oh,
drill.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me show you our Tine machine over here.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 So
Absolutely is.
they were having problems back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still the trickiest part
Wow. I'm
on
telling you
planet
what.
Earth to make.
That is amazing. What we do, we get them, they'd strip them in, and they'd come in like, they were numbered. I think they were numbered. You get these long old suckers down here in the base, and little short ones in the treble.
Right.
Yeah.
And you had to try and make them all work, and then you had to make the adjustment of the time of the pickup to the time, make sure it was
Yep.
proper.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
driving people crazy, going up and down the harp. I mean, trying to get the right volume set.
And the best Tines were the Torrington ones.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because your father was quoted as saying he loved the singers, right? There was a rumor about singer times.
Well, yeah, I think honestly, he loved whatever he could get.
Whatever you can get, whatever worked.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Totally.
no, the Torrington was, and the hardest part of those days, when we finally realized that we were having trouble keeping stock on the Tine because they were breaking everywhere, we didn't have a source. There was no source. We couldn't find any more.
Right.
There was no more Torrington Tines out there.
Yep. Exactly.
So it was like, what do we do now? And my dad, he'd be in New York. He'd get on a plane, fly down to Florida, just to fix a guy's piano who's on stage who's playing that particular.
Wow.
And he would do it at 1 a.m.
Yeah. That's
It
amazing.
meant that much to him.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Yeah.
I heard your dad was a bit of a kind of like forgetful professor type.
Understatement. Absolute understatement. Well, part of the problem with all of this was this happened late in his life.
Right.
He was born in 1910,
Oh yeah.
right? So the piano enters the horizon in the 50s sometimes, when he built that little mini keyboard for,
Right.
for the veterans. I don't even know, that was World War II, right? So when's that, 45?
Just before
Yeah.
World War II.
So he's got this piano that he's building, and then he gets involved with Thomas organs, I think, and they try and put some kind of electronics to it. But it really didn't get off the ground till he was probably 55 years old, somewhere in that time frame.
Right. Because every picture you see of him, he's middle age at that point.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's getting up in years, and he's losing it mentally a little bit, so yeah, he was forgetful.
I heard he would leave his keys, and you'd go
all
through.
the time.
Yeah, everybody had to help him find his keys.
He'd lose his glasses on his head. I swear to God, he'd lose more pairs of glasses just sitting on his head like this. Where's my glasses?
Oh, that's
Dad.
funny. So yeah, so he developed the piano in the war, and then at some point, he stopped, and then he went back to farming, right? At some point.
Well, that was before I was born.
Yeah.
I was born in 53. And yeah, he actually did work for the farmers designing implements for their tractors.
Oh, cool.
He was just a brilliant man.
He wasn't.
He was it was genius. He was a genius. And he would try and figure out ways to make their lives better and easier.
Right.
I think he was talking about doing some kind of a seed setter tool that a guy could connect to his tractor, and it would plant the seeds
Right.
for him. It did all kinds of weird stuff. He
Yeah.
had his own plane.
He'd
He'd
fly
fly
back and forth.
from ranch to ranch.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. That was before me,
Yeah.
And then reality hits, right? So
Yeah.
I think I lived in Texas
Texas.
for maybe 3 or 4 months, and then they moved to Anaheim. And that's kind of, the rest I don't,
Yeah.
up until I was probably 8 or 9, I didn't really know what all he did.
Yeah. So the pre-piano was like 46, Fred, something like that.
46 to 48 is what I.
48, and then he didn't really do pianos again until the 60s, right?
Well, as far as I know, when he teamed up with Leo Fender, that was late 50s.
Mhm.
Oh, late
And
50s.
the
Okay.
piano bass was available from 59
True. Right.
right to
But I thought-
continuous actually throughout Rhodes' production.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Gotcha. Right.
I thought
Yep.
he was still working on it in the garage. When
Well, he probably was. He was always tinkering on that stuff, just
I have
trying
one
to.
of those too. I have
Yeah, I
a
think he
early
was working
60s
on some
Fiesta
stuff
Red
that-
piano bass.
Oh, do you really?
Love that thing.
Yeah.
Sounds like
You know,
James
that-
Jamerson.
The thing about having a keyboard bass, was your keyboard players could play bass up here and do whatever mid-range, lead line here,
Yeah.
and the guitar player didn't have to worry.
Right.
They didn't need a guitar bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just play the piano bass.
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh yeah, I love that.
and there were the
stuff.
damper pedals. Oh my gosh, you manufacture all those too?
Oh yeah. We literally make every part for your dad's piano. Almost
Damper
literally every
I
part.
know.
I'm just blown away. I just can't believe it. This is so
It's
awesome.
hard to take in this much. It's-
Oh my,
lot.
it's just
Yeah.
that machine right there though. And then, so this is what you extrude the tine out of?
No, those are just support
Oh,
blocks.
okay.
Yeah.
So where's your tine stock?
Tine stock. Hold on.
Where's that come from?
That that comes from Torrington.
So Torrington still started making them again.
It's still in Torrington. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So why did they stop?
Because they stopped. Well, I don't know why they stopped for Rhodes, but eventually Torrington
They stopped swaging.
they stopped swaging and only sold swaging machines.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they still build the machines, right?
Yep.
So you have a swaging machine?
Yeah. It's not here though.
Oh.
Yeah. It's in Torrington, Connecticut.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I've never been to the East Coast.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Never.
Oh,
Never.
wow.
Born and raised California.
Oh, wow.
I've never been to the East Coast. I have no idea where any of these places are.
Oh, my goodness.
None whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, it's an old manufacturing town. It's about 2 hours from here. And it's, you know, it's an old brick type town.
Yep.
Brick buildings. and
Everything was that, right?
They made clock chimes near there.
Yeah, Tine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Waterbury area of Connecticut was called the Brass City.
Oh, we darn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And they made a lot of clock movements.
Just
lots
amazing. I'm just
Yeah.
so,
It is amazing.
I'm just so blown away.
Maybe
with
we
this.
get to go see
Everything.
some of that on our trip back up
Yeah.
with
So-
all the pianos.
So we can go show you a piano now that actually works.
Yeah.
Cool.
Some compact.
Oh man, I feel that action. That's so cool. I did a refurbish on a piano for Roger Smith, who plays in Power Towers keyboard. He's our keyboardist.
He's still playing.
He is still playing.
Yep.
Huh.
Wow. He's a partner in a wine. What wine is it?
Bum City.
Bump City. That's right. In Sacramento area, but I go and I when I rebuilt that action, and he came back to play on this piano. It was like a little kid just walking into a candy store.
I know the
He
feeling.
was rocking, absolutely rocking on that keyboard. I've never seen two hands move so fast in all my life on a keyboard.
Wow.
He was amazing.
That's amazing. That's a great feeling, right? When you do that for somebody?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It really, it's like you can tell, you know by your own touch that it's right.
Yeah.
But no one else has a clue
Right.
what they had to pound through
Yeah, yeah,
before
yeah.
they brought the
Exactly.
machine to
Very
you.
true.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's they developed these muscles and these tendons in their hands because they were playing the old version,
Mhm.
and then you give them a new version, it's like, oh my gosh,
Flying
you
Yeah.
just
on it.
flew on it.
Hey,
Absolutely flew.
hey, on a different subject, I meant to say this before I forget. Fred has a piano in his shop right now that was a custom one that your dad built himself, supposedly, in his garage. It was a 92-note piano.
Yes,
Yes.
I remember.
Fred has that.
Oh wow! It's
I
in
do
my
remember
house.
that. That was like one of the R&D wishes.
Yeah, yeah.
They kind of wished they were on the cutting edge of going beyond any keyboard ever.
Right, right.
Right, because all grand pianos are 88 notes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Whoever would have thought of a 92?
Right, exactly. Well, he's got it. It's amazing.
Yeah,
You do?
I'm restoring it for the
Are you
current
really?
owner, yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I think it was. It ended up being owned by the French composer Michel Legrand.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and now another guy owns it. And he brought it to my
And
house.
I can see my dad in his garage just making it do all hours of the night. He didn't care what time it was. If he had a project that he was working on, there is no disturbing him.
No sleep.
No sleep. Absolutely.
No.
Oh wow.
So, Fred, you want to show him this one might look familiar to you.
Yeah, this has the same look as
1960s.
60s.
Now, I don't remember this model piano. I never saw many of these.
Well, this is a vintage vibe. It's just the same color
Oh, okay.
top.
Same
I kinda
color
do
as
remember-
the student model. Yeah.
Right. I kind of do remember some of the avocado green.
Right,
the
right.
Bright orange.
Right,
and
right.
The metal flake.
Yep,
And
yep.
the legs.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
remember.
And the
any-
fishtail.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember these colors very, very well. That was kind of before I remember when I got involved. They were all past all that.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was like late 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually didn't get really close to my dad with doing repair work until I was 17. So that would have been 63 and 4 would be about 67, 68.
Yeah, yeah, that was about when these came out, yeah.
Yeah.
Fred, you want to show him the
Oh, sure.
VVC?
Yeah, so
wanna
one
play it?
thing, another thing, awesome thing about the Rhodes piano is how versatile it is, and the part of that versatility.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
We go for a nice long decay. But part of that versatility is how you voice the piano, like the angle of the tine. And
Oh, absolutely.
So
No question about it. You know, that's what I call the timber.
yeah, yeah.
Right? And you had to adjust that just right.
I did.
Some of the guys liked it dirty.
Yeah.
That's kind of a tinny sound.
Right.
Some guys
Also,
liked it a little
I
buzzy.
always liked it very fundamental. You know.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, some people.
Oh my God, you can adjust it with the Oh man. So what is that doing? Is that just electronically, or is that actually physically doing something?
It's
inside?
actually moving the entire pickup rail.
Oh no! Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
This is a prototype, and it was on the road, so we just got it back
Oh my God!
from being on tour. This was on tour with John Mayer, and so this is what we can.
Oh, look at that! Oh my God! That's amazing.
Thank you.
I had to do all that individually with every single one.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And then the problem with that is you're readjusting your escapement, your strike
Absolutely.
line,
Yep.
your dampers. Yeah.
You know, you had to get the back row set just right. And then it was the front that I was adjusting mostly right. And then
Yeah.
the pickup in and out. And oh my God, I can't believe it. You still do the tone clips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to. Sometimes they come out. They're kind of some in the casting. It gets kind of dirty or something.
Hmm.
Fred, show them how the
We
pickup
prefer
rail.
to put them on actually. The tone
Yeah.
clips.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah. It allows me for better fine tuning.
Yep.
In the,
Absolutely.
Show them how the pickups move. Check it out right
Oh
here.
yeah. Check it out from there.
Oh my God, that's how exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Jeez. You guys, that's
Yeah, we're excited about
if
this.
my dad saw that.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, you know, I wish to God he was still here.
We
He and
do too.
Horst.
Yeah, we do too.
Horst was, you know, my dad's kind of right-hand man, right?
Yeah.
He'd tell Horst what he wanted, and Horst would make it work.
Horst is still alive. I think he lives in Mexico now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We should probably send it to Horst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, he would, he'd lose it. He would absolutely lose it.
Wow. Yeah, we were just, kind of surprised that it hadn't been thought of before.
Incredible. Oh my Lord. You know, I used to talk to people and tell them that you could change the timbre of the note, and they just kind of it blow right over their head.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing this kind of stuff, you really don't have a clue.
You don't.
You know.
Yeah.
And when you do this and you play it, it's like, I'm telling you what, if
Goes right
Herbie Hancock and
Yeah.
Chick Corea and any of those guys had this, oh my, it would be a different story altogether.
Chick Corea was an artist. He played with our piano for a few years before
Yeah.
he passed. 2016 till he passed, and he missed that unfortunately. He would have loved it.
He
Oh,
missed
I have
out
no
on that.
question about it.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
question in my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, he was very instrumental in how we set the actions up.
Really?
We got to talk to Chick, and he literally said, "This is my touch," and that was it. Very light,
Right.
but he wanted that bark. And so, we came back here and figured out, all right, we need to do X, Y, and Z to the action to make it as responsive as we.
I'm just so blown away. I truly am. I can't thank you guys enough for what you've done.
Oh, absolutely. We love your dad's work.
Yeah. Thank you and your dad.
We try to honor it as best we can, with the most respect to
Well,
the.
that's evident.
Yeah.
Oh, it's totally
No question
evident.
about it.
Totally evident.
Absolutely.
It's really, it's got to be the most versatile sound in music.
It can't be duplicated.
It can't.
There's no bloody way anybody can come close to duplicating.
Right.
Not at all.
Because it's always different,
That's right.
Yeah.
always changing.
It's
Yeah.
all analog. It's not
Yeah.
digital.
It's alive. It has a soul.
And it could be in any music and play any role in that music.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I gotta hear it.
Yeah.
I just have to hear it.
What do I play?
Just your choice.
Let's see.
That's a little too old school. I like it a little more to the middle.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there you go. Push it to the middle. And now you have another piano.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
I can't believe it.
Oh my god. Because
Try it.
I don't play. I wish I did. I wish I could. I'm gonna learn.
Yeah.
But what I would do is I'd come in and I would kind of do the. And I'd go up and down the keyboard until I heard something blare out. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a pickup too close.
Right.
And then I would do some chord voicings, right? So I get into some of this, and I just kind of hear if it had the right, sound overall.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of look, and it was really more of a visual thing.
Yeah.
You can visually look at where the pickup is relative to the tone positioning.
Yeah.
My dad told me, you got to make it a little bit above the middle of the pickup.
Yeah.
That's the setting
Mm-hmm.
to start with. And then if you want to get it more dirty, you got to adjust it down below the tip of the pickup.
Yeah.
Right?
Get that bar.
I know
Yeah.
you have a button.
And now you got a lever. It's like, oh my God, who knew? That's amazing. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Get that.
The bite.
That's always been an obsession of ours too, is getting a very smooth decay from the harmonic back to the fundamental.
Absolutely.
That's really tough.
Well, I was just telling Chris, my dad, the whole idea of this piano was to have a Rhodes, a grand piano effects. The decay, the attack, the action, everything about that stemmed around the grand piano. That's what he played all his life on, right? Yamaha Grand, that's what he had.
Oh.
So he wanted this piano to feel and have the same characteristics, the decay, the attack, everything about it. And you probably heard the story. You know where he found where you could depress a note and it would strike the hammer and come to rest?
I think I know, but I'm
A spoon.
a spoon.
Yeah, a spoon. That's his mind. He takes a spoon, he plays it, he pushes it on the table, and he sees it goes up and comes to rest.
Yeah, it goes back down.
And that cam curve, that
Yep.
was the curve
Yep, yep.
on the key pedestal.
That's an
That-
amazing story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then on the hammer, that was where they would design that curve so that you got that strike and come to rest, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we noticed that. And then there's another patent where he finally, finally though, we're talking 1950s, I think the patent came out. There was a first patent that shows the simplified action based upon the spoon. And then there's another one where he identifies the break at the end of it.
Right,
Yeah, and that was that stop lock.
exactly.
Yeah, to keep the hammer from bouncing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm amazed.
I know.
I'm just amazed. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. I just wrote one of the comments today. Somebody was saying it's great to see you guys still innovating these instruments, and so I commented on Facebook today. It's these instruments since the day I got them in 1993 or so. They still inspire me mechanically and musically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Amazing. It really is.
And a lot of people comment that, how proud your dad would have been and like how amazed he would have been.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So-
Oh my.
Yeah.
In spades.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. This right here, this little thing right here would blow him away. Absolutely blow him away.
Wow.
And then, the other thing was when they incorporated the Leslie into the suitcase model, into the electronics, the preamp of the electronics, that had quite a profound effect on the sound as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Getting that Leslie.
The
kind
stereo tremolo.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could adjust the
speed, the
speed
depth.
of it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, that just makes it huge.
Oh,
Yeah.
monstrous.
Yeah.
Absolutely monstrous. I mean, you could get some unbelievably full, amazing sound.
Whose
out of
idea
it.
was that stereo tremolo?
I think it stemmed. They originated from the Leslie. That was kind of what got my dad thinking about it, and I'm sure he and Horst and they probably put their minds together and were trying to figure out how to get that. Because my dad had the most critical ear on this earth.
Mm.
He knew what he wanted it to sound like, and if it wasn't that, he was hell to live with. I kid you not. He was hell to live with. That was part of the problems. He and that Bob character that was the head of CBS or
Schultz.
Bill
Bob
Schultz.
yeah.
Bill Schultz.
Phil Schultz, yeah.
He hated that guy. Absolutely. He.
Should you be saying that?
Well, I can because he's no longer with us.
Right, okay.
Still, I mean-
he just could not see eye to eye with that guy. That guy could not understand the ear that my father had.
Yeah.
He said, "That's too much time. Take too much time to do that."
It was all about money for the
all
corporate.
about money.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bean counting.
That's why you could see the evolution of the piano from the day your dad invented it, and they came out with the early Mark I's. They were beautiful pianos made out of hard rock maple. Everything about it was individually adjustable.
Yeah.
They sounded the best. They were the best pianos. Then once the bean counters got a hold of it, everything started being octave combs, octave dampers,
Yes.
metal aluminum action rails.
Yep.
It's like it became an erector set
Yeah,
at one point.
absolutely.
Yeah.
God, I couldn't have said it better. And
Yeah.
the harp design you've got here is amazing. This is really nice.
Yeah, we just contoured it to
Oh, that's
keep
so
the weight
cool.
minimal.
And for a long time they were shipping the harps. They were having the harps built in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I read the story about that. The
Mhm.
drillings were
That
off.
was another one of those things that they, trying to cut costs. Says send it to Mexico,
Right.
let them do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
All right, well,
this is incredible. I'm just like, wow.
Thank you guys for
Thank
taking
you.
so much time, and I
Thanks.
know we're late and all that.
That's
and
okay.
didn't
What time do
really-
you guys close and open all that stuff?
9 to 5. We're like bankers.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go.
Bankers used
Well, I
to be
knew
done
I
at
was
3,
pushing the
right?
envelope a little bit. We
Right.
we got hung up, and I knew it was a 4.5 hour ride if there was no traffic.
But we
And
have
no
the
one-
tire.